My name is Florence. My family name is Agidi, and my marriage name is Simonson. You have this flair for fashion. You have this interest in all of that. I love colors too. That's why I like summer. Then I can really wear the colors. I grew up in Nigeria up until 1995, and then I came to Europe because I got married. I met my husband in Nigeria. So my husband is Danish, and we lived in Denmark. I lived in Denmark until 2019. That's 24 years. And then we moved to Sweden, and then I lived 2 years in Sweden from 2019 to 2021. And then my husband was given a job, a kind of a contract in Bulgaria. So we started looking at moving to Bulgaria. And then I told him, I said, well, if I'm going to live here, then I have to have something to do. When I now came to Europe, that thing about, okay, you have to get integrated into the society. I had to learn the Danish language. And then I decided to just build on my education because I couldn't use the one I had from Nigeria. So I had to go to school all over again. So I took a bachelor's degree in laboratory science in Denmark, and I worked with it for some years. But then my husband kept saying, you have this flair for fashion, you have this interest and all of that. Every time you call, oh, you look so nice. Why don't you do something for yourself? I said, yeah, I think it's a good idea. Let me just start working for myself. So 2017, I decided to start myself. And when I started, you won't believe it, I didn't even know anything about how to make clothes, how to sew, or anything. I had to learn everything. I went to a fashion course in Denmark, and then from there, a lot of YouTube videos. And then I got my first sewing machine. And then I started. So that's how I built it up until I got here, where I am now. The first time we came here to Bulgaria, we came as tourists. I was actually quite amazed about the Bulgarian women. They love to wear colors. I was like, oh, they're not shy of wearing colors. And that was the thing that kind of gave me the courage. I said, okay, if I'm selling something that have colors, then I have a chance. Because when I was living in Denmark and Sweden, I couldn't do this with the Danish women or the Swedish women. Because you have more African people in those communities. You understand? They will tell you, oh, you look so beautiful, so colorful, but they don't wear colorful clothes. So that was one of the things that actually gave me the courage that I know that, okay, this is, even though there's not a lot of Africans here, because I don't meet a lot of them, but the Bulgarians will be, and I was right about that. So culturally, there's a lot of culture here. They have a cultural, so they are like Africans in that way that they have a culture. They are rich in culture. They have things that they do that are different from the typical European. So they are more like us than typical Europeans, actually. When I was getting the shop made with the shelves, there's an old lady, the lady that owns the restaurant to my right. She said to me that she was going to be my first customer. So I was like, okay, that's nice. So after I made it and I started putting the things, she came in here and she was the one that bought the first thing. And I was very, very excited. And she paid cash, so that was for me very exciting. It gives me a feeling of pride where I come from. And we have this kind of culture where we can dress up. For example, if I go out now, I'm standing out. I'm different from everyone else. So that gives me a feeling of pride. Gives me, our clothes, African clothes for me is elegant. Because you can do anything with it. You can wear it at home, you can wear it to the party, you can wear it to work, So for me, it portrays style, elegance, something to be proud of. It makes you to stand out, because there are so many different ways, so many different designs, So I love African clothes. Strangely enough, when I came to Europe, I wasn't wearing African clothes at all. I didn't have any. Up until 2017, you can't believe I never had even a piece of African cloth. It was when I really got into this fashion myself that I started wearing African things. This is African print. And this one was made by my own private tailor. She's a woman. She's very good. So she makes, when I go to Nigeria, I go to her, I tell her, I want you to make some. This is the top and the bottom. I actually found this style on Pinterest. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. Sometimes I go to Pinterest, I look what kind of styles they have, and I get some kind of, I can combine two styles together. I say, okay, let me make something completely different. So this is just something random. I bought the fabric just from the shop because I liked the color. I liked the design. It was eye-catching. So there's nothing symbolic about it was just that it was beautiful fabric for me. I love beautiful fabrics. So I told the tailor, can you make this and this like this? I want it, just make it for me. And she did. So this is what I'm wearing today. And coincidentally, when my husband's daughter, my husband has 2 children from a previous marriage. When she got married last year, this was exactly what I was wearing to her marriage, and I was the only colorful person there. Everybody was like, "You're so colorful."
Wow.
Yeah. So I love colors too. That's why I like summer. Then I can really wear the colors, you know. I use this fabric to combine with this. Yeah, this is African print, and then this is another color of the same fabric, the red one. It's also there, and then this is jeans. Combined it with jeans, and then the handle is jeans. And then the inside, I just put some see, like that. So I made this myself. So for the making of this kind of a bag of this size, the cutting, the preparation, to take me like 6 hours. So kind of a day's work. So I can make one bag a day, just like that.
What is your favorite piece in this shop?
My favorite piece? That bag over there that I made. I am so proud of it. That bag for me is my favorite. Yeah, please, you can just, you take it. Yeah. I love the bag. I told myself, if I don't sell it, I would take this bag for myself. I really love this bag. For me, that is my favorite piece in this shop. When I look around, every time I stand, I'm looking at the bag. I'm really proud that I made something so beautiful. I always love things that are different. It has to be different. You know, for example, if I'm walking in the street and I see something, I think this thing is unique. I love things that are unique. And this shop is something that is unique in a city like this. Because it's not everybody that has this kind of shop. I think it's the only one in the city. So for me, it's something that stands out. I mean, I could just have gotten a shop where I'm selling, just getting things from Turkey or China or somewhere. You see that everywhere, right? So for me, and the reaction that I get when people come in here, then I know that I've done the right thing.